Hi all, I'm Peter Kay, and I'm here with a brand new series of Pandigital recreations. This time I thought I'd do a few Pandigital related puzzles based on sports and games, and I thought I'd start with a fairly easy one based on TenPin bowling. Now, I'm sure you know how the game works, but for the sake of the puzzle, very briefly, the game consists of a rack of 10 pins a player must try to knock over using a bowling ball. Each player is given 2 attempts. If they knock over all the pins on their first attempt, a strike, their score increases by 10 plus the total number of pins they knock down with their next 2 rolls. If they knock over all of the pins but only on their second attempt, their score increases by 10 plus the total number of pins they knock down with their very next roll. And if a player doesn't knock over all the 10 pins, their score increases by just the total number of pins they knock down in that frame. A complete game has 10 racks of 10 pins, plus maybe 1 or 2 bonus balls at the end if the 10th frame was a strike or a spare. I'm sure you knew this already, but, well, the scoring is crucial to the puzzle. Anyway, I've absolutely no idea how many games I've played over the years, must be hundreds. But one game does stand out in my mind as being a bit unusual. At the end of the game, I realised the score sheet contained 2 sets of the numbers 1 to 10. In other words, something like this. Yes, I know a strike is normally written as an X, but I want to stick with numbers to preserve the pandigital nature of the puzzle. Anyway, I can't remember the actual order that the numbers occurred, but I do remember that the final score was, unfortunately, the lowest you can achieve with this set of numbers. So what was my final score? And for bonus points, what is a high score I could have achieved? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, then I'll give you the answer. So, my final score was 140, but the highest score I could have got is 190, and here's just one way I could have gotten those scores. Did you get the same answers? I think it's a fairly easy puzzle, but it does contain a little trap for the unwary. Some of you, for instance, may think you can score less than 140 by changing the strike in the first frame to a spare. But that actually wouldn't count, because it means that the first roll didn't knock over any pins, 0. But 0 wasn't in the list of numbers I gave you. Anyway, my next puzzle should be a lot more challenging, so be warned. Till then, cheers.